Olly's Gates Barbecue in Kansas City, Missouri, to share some of his barbecue secrets and techniques. Olly's got a great tasting rib recipe. It's famous all over Missouri and elsewhere, and a technique for cooking barbecued beans right on the grill. Many people throw a steak on the grill and call it barbecue, but true barbecue involves manipulating smoke and flames to create subtle variations in flavor. Barbecue master Olly Gates has come all the way from Kansas City, and I thank you very much.
Well, my pleasure.
And that's the epicenter, I think, of American barbecue. And the first thing that he's going to tell you is that barbecue is about personality, and that's
correct.
it, right?
That's absolutely correct. You did a great
Well, you
job
have
with
lots of personality. Tell me a little bit about Gates.
Okay, Gates is a family institution, and we started in Kansas City some 50-odd years ago, 1946.
That was your dad, George?
My dad started, yeah, and you're correct. George Gates started it, and he took me in and said, Olly, I'm going to bequeath this to you. And so here I am with barbecuing 50-some-odd years later.
Let's go over here and continue talking, but I want you to show, these are the most spectacular looking ribs. Look at the slab of ribs that Olly has for us today. And you're always ready to point out there's no real one way to do a barbecue.
No, everybody has their own little way that they like to handle ribs. We handle it with a marinade, or as they call it now, a rub.
So what do you put in your dry rub?
Well, we're going to put, first you got to put some sugar and salt in it. It's 1 cup of sugar. Okay.
A half a cup of sea salt.
That's the regular. That's sea salt. Well, generally you can just use regular table salt. Now we need to mix that up and get it.
So you must make huge vats of this rub.
Yeah, and we sell it.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Did you bring any?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
So this is 2 tablespoons of paprika, 2 tablespoons of red pepper. So that's the cayenne, like the cayenne?
No, that's cayenne is about 60 Scoville units. This is about 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you put that in. It's a little. Not quite cayenne. All of it comes from cayenne. Red pepper is cayenne, but we break it down with Scoville units to keep it from being
too hot.
Yeah, too hot.
1 tablespoon of ground celery seeds.
We're using ground celery seed today. That's kind of like the flavor you
love
like
that seed. Oh, I love it.
Great.
1 tablespoon of ground cumin.
Cumin, or comino, as some folk call it.
Comino.
Yeah.
And so with the sugar, the meat will get kind of caramelized too.
Yes, it will. That's one of the things you want to. We got to put a little.
Now, Olly's been dousing the fire with a lot of water while it burns. Now, this is a very good hard.
We got hickory in here today.
Hickory,
Yeah, we started a little early with some chips, and then we put the heavier pieces on there. We're going to trim that rib, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I want to make sure we're ready over here. Let's take this big, nice. This is a 3 to 5 pounder. In Kansas City, this is the short end, and that's the long end. This one has the most fat on it.
Right.
It's the bigger bones. It's got a hard bone on it. This is a pretty nice looking rib. But we're trimming some things over. See, you got some fat in there. We want to get the fat out of there. That's a little too much. Then basically we trim the back end of the rib to get the contour really nice for you. Then you see this little piece of thing.
Yes.
You see when people pulling on ribs all the time. That's what they're pulling, a little funny skin right in there. You want to get that thing out of there. You see these little brown spots right there?
Right.
So that it comes off with a kind of a whole bone. We'll just kind of score it right through there and score it right through there and score. Not too deep, but that's all it is. And she's ready to go. She's ready to be marinated. See, we're just going to sprinkle this, just like this.
Okay.
Both sides. Now we just put this fire out a little bit. Now, contrary to what everybody tells you, and they'll say start it out slow, I say start it out fast. That allows the meat to start up really good. This is going to take about 15 minutes for this marinade to actually liquefy.
So it's doing beautifully?
Yes, doing beautifully now.
So Olly, these are really liquefied now.
Yeah, they do good.
And you don't want to get them too juicy, right?
You don't want the spices to run off. If you get too juicy, they will run off.
Okay.
But we want to put this face down with the fattest part directly over the fire first.
Okay.
So let's put them on like this. And let's put them on like this. See how they did? Look, isn't that beautiful?
Fast.
Yeah. Start them face down.
So start them hot. Okay.
Hot, face down.
Okay. And then for how many minutes like this?
It takes about 45 minutes to an hour, according to how hot the fire is for the first pound. About 15 to 20 minutes for every pound thereafter. This is a 3-pound rib. So you're talking about almost an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
Cook it. Yeah.
Hour and 45 minutes. So while these get their first hour of cooking, we're going to clean up and come back and make the barbecue sauce.
That's good.
Now, Olly has had the meat on the grill on the hot fire for 25 minutes. So
about that time.
We have to look.
Yeah, we need to look.
I'm dying to see.
All right, well, let's just check her out.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, she's coming along fine.
So you don't mind piercing it with a fork?
No, I want to pierce with a fork. I want some of the, see those juices that's starting to come up there? I want them to drop on that wood.
Oh, okay.
And so we're just going to turn them over.
That's perfect.
That's coming along pretty good. I think we need to make sure that we keep that fire cool. That's what you call a spot fire. See, when you do like this, that's cooking, that's a spot fire.
Yeah, that's that new wood right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you got to watch it because when there's spot fires, it get hot here, and over here it's just perfect, and over there. So
I'm going to smell really good tonight. I'm going to smell better than the barbecue.
Well, I'll guarantee you, you're going to have some smoke on you.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Now the barbecue sauce. This is another thing that I'm just dying to know. 2 quarts of ketchup.
All right.
2 cups of amber vinegar. I'm going to put this in here to dissolve the ketchup.
Wash that. That's good. That was, I can tell old chefs when I say.
So 2 cups of the golden amber vinegar.
That's it.
Like apple vinegar.
Yeah, well, it's apple vinegar, and it's amber distilled vinegar if you can get the distilled kind. That would be.
Okay, now liquid smoke is in your recipe.
Yeah, but you know, I think we need to put some water in here, and I'll tell you why. I think this was 50 grain, and we need to cut it just a little bit from the 50 grain.
So it's not too tart?
Yeah.
So can I add the 1½ teaspoons of liquid smoke
to the water? You want to do that
to
that water? It won't hurt anything. Do it. We do it.
Okay.
That's pretty good measurement, huh?
Okay, that's exactly right. 1½ teaspoons.
I love the way you did that. All right, let me stir this up a little bit. So you need some real lemon juice.
Okay, can I just put this in?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, seeds and all.
They're very, very seedy lemons.
They are.
Yes, there.
That's enough.
Okay. Now, what about the spices? Can I mix those up for you?
Yeah, would you do that?
Okay, so 1 cup of sugar.
1 cup of sugar, that's correct.
2 tablespoons more of cumin, ground cumin.
See, we should have put the salt in there. See, what you want to do is blend sugar and salt together because those two are, yeah.
1/4 of a cup of salt.
Yeah, blend those pretty good together.
Oh, all right, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. You didn't know.
I didn't know.
No, you didn't know. But that sugar salt thing should be done because you want to get that right blend before you put all those others.
Remember that. That's a very important part of Ollie's recipe.
That's right.
Getting the sugar and the salt together first. Okay, then we add our cumin, 2 tablespoons of ground cumin.
That's correct.
2 tablespoons of garlic powder.
That's right. I'll put in a little garlic in there. It won't hurt anything.
No, delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, and here are Ollie's products.
That's correct.
This is the Gates Original Classic Barbecue Sauce. I'm going to taste that when we're done. And now we have to add our 2 tablespoons of celery seed.
That's whole.
Whole.
It's not ground.
Yes, no, not ground.
No.
Keep your eye on your barbecue.
I did, yeah.
1 tablespoon of chili powder now.
That's correct.
As opposed to red pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And 2 tablespoons of red pepper. Again, not the cayenne.
It's a version of it because that Scoville unit is much lower. Now you mix those well. Yeah, turn them over a couple of times. So put it right in here.
Okay.
You got a good base. People do a lot of mixing their own. They like to have their own little personalities pushed into this.
Yep. Now I'm going to compare. Okay, I'm going to compare.
It gets dark.
Yep, this is hotter, but that's going to get hotter because it has to sit.
So you're right.
Now we're going to let our ribs cook really slowly. They need another, at least an hour.
At least an hour.
Yep. And we're going to get ready to make some barbecued beans. And now, at the restaurant, the beans are cooked right in the pit.
Right in the pit. They really are.
And whose recipe is the beans?
You know, we always say our mother does it.
Yeah. Okay. Mom's recipe.
Mom's recipe.
Thank you, Ollie.
My pleasure.
More barbecue and good things coming up next.